Welcome to this What's New video. Today we would like to introduce you to ESET Vulnerability and Patch Management. ESET Vulnerability and Patch Management is a completely new capability, fully integrated into the ESET PROTECT platform. It's been designed to provide automated scanning of the endpoints in the network for vulnerabilities and help you enforce timely patching to prevent threats that may want to exploit out-of-date applications and operating systems. It effectively reduces the risk surface and helps with compliance regulations. Vulnerability and Patch Management covers thousands of applications and detects more than 35,000 of CVEs. It is managed via ESET Protect's cloud-based single pane of glass and is available as part of the ESET Protect Elite and ESET Protect Complete subscription tiers. So let's get straight to the demo now. First, let's quickly pop into ESET Business Account to show that ESET Vulnerability and Patch Management is included as part of ESET Protect subscription tiers. So in order to activate and use the capability, you first need to have an eligible subscriptions activation key inserted here, such as ESET Protect Elite, where, as you can see, Vulnerability and Patch Management is included. Now we can move on to ESET Protect so that we can activate the actual capability. Let me point out that it is always best practice with a vulnerability and patch management solution to first test enable one or a small number of endpoints and then proceed to batch actions. We've already done that activation on one endpoint, so we can safely continue with mass deployment. One of the great functionalities of ESET Protect are the powerful filtering options. This is, for example, how you easily select all those clients that do not have vulnerability and patch management on them and activate the actual capability. The Enable window then shows you a dialog where Automated Patch Management option is enabled. By all means, we recommend leaving this on because, well, the whole point of Automated Patch Management is that it should be automated, exactly because it saves your resources and closes the window of opportunity for threat actors ASAP. After clicking, it only takes a couple of moments until this is applied on the endpoints. And now you can see by these icons that Vulnerability and Patch Management is really enabled in the entire network. Now, with the enabling completed, we can also briefly look at computer details of a selected client. And yes, Vulnerability and Patch Management is active. Well, now you're all set up and protected. Automated patching is in place and protecting the endpoints. But let's explore some more. In the Vulnerabilities tab, you will find vulnerabilities, grouped by default by application name. Then there is loads of other information, such as CVE number, severity level indicated by color, or a numerical risk score. For operating system vulnerabilities, you will see the operating system's commercial name. Again, ESET Protect has tremendous filtering power, so you can basically order the list any way you find useful, for example by vendor. And if you want to dig even deeper, for each entry there is a side panel, with further useful information for that specific vulnerability. Now, one of the functionalities you may find handy is the muting of vulnerabilities that are not being resolved for any one reason. What muting does is it drops the severity color so that you can focus only on the items relevant to you. A muted vulnerability is not hidden though. You can return to it later by showing muted vulnerabilities or simply unmuting them. Again, I'd like to repeat that we advise most customers to use the default setup. However, ESET Protect platform is famous for being highly configurable, and Vulnerability and Patch Management is no exception to that rule. So, to quickly show you the options, you can play around with fine-tuning the after patching reboot options. Then, the scheduler enables you to adjust the patching window to minimize downtime on endpoints and the potential impact on productivity. As for the auto-patching strategies, there are now two to choose from. For example, you can specify a closed list of allowed applications to patch. So, the message is, if you feel like polishing your vulnerability and patch management strategy, just do it here and apply the policy to the clients as you would with any other ESET Protect policy. Now let's see what's in the patch management screen. Again, the usual disclaimer. With our default automated patching policy on, you don't really need to go here because the patching is taken care of. In general, the purpose of this section is to give you the list of outdated applications in your network, plus the patch version that is available. The patch version means it's the latest one that's been tested and which is safe for deployment. What you can do here is trigger a manual application upgrade by using the context menu option. Once again, with the fine-grained filtering and selecting options, you can basically slice and dice this list in any way you want and do it quickly and effectively via the top filtering menu. And that's it. This is in fact our first version of vulnerability and patch management, but it's already packed full of functionalities easily comparable to or even richer than those of other vendors. Also, it's seamlessly integrated with our ESET PROTECT platform with familiar, easy-to-use workflows. And even as we speak, our team is working on additional topics, like extending support to macOS endpoints and Linux endpoints and Windows-based servers, extending the reporting options by adding the most useful report templates, and further user experience improvements. To learn more about ESET and how to get ESET vulnerability and patch management, contact your local ESET representative or visit us at eset.com. Until the next time.